Here we can see an overview of some of the cameras that have the facial recognition algorithm. We have box camera, bullet, eyeball, and domes. This is some of the specifications that support each one. We can find 2 megapixels fixed box camera and 2 megapixels bullet, mini eyeball as well, and big dome. In NVR, we have 8 and 36 channels model, in which they have 4, 8, and 16 channels with facial recognition, where the cameras with facial detection will be connected. We can reach 60 frames per second rate. We also have a mobile application for managing and displaying device. This is available for Android and iOS system. We will be able to receive notification by alarm and event generated by the cameras, real-time visualization, and visualization of the recorder in the MVR. Its connection protocol is P2P. To finish this presentation, we have our own VMS called Antarvis 2.0. From here, we can manage the device from our PC. Supports 256 input channels, support dual stream, PTC control, decoder, and TV wall. This is the most important specification of our software. Okay, let us start with Antarvis VMS. One inside, we can find the main interface, where we find all the options in modular way. Let me close. So first, get it into local configuration, where we find the main option of the software. We have the option important like auto stream. If we select it, the software will give us two options for optimize the stream and save system sources. If unselected, we can choose what stream we use with each camera. If we select it, we find these two options, speed mode and safe mode. Speed mode, it will load in the main stream into the memory, and according to the computer's resource, it will show some channels in main and other in substream, keeping the fluid of the system. Safe mode, it will load 1, 4, or 9 first channels in mainstream and will leave the rest in substream. This depends of the quantity have we select here in the selector. I personally don't select it because I made some tests. I always are changing camera, so I prefer choose by myself what stream use. No, so I left unselected. Then we can find capture path, download path, export log path. This means capture path is where the software will store the snapshots made. Download path is similar to snapshot, but in this case will export the video file. Export log path is where we will export the log file. Next, we have sync device time. This means auto time. This means our system will be synchronized the time with our PC, and we can choose the time, the hours, and days interval to do it. If we unselected, will be continuously synchronized the time. Next, we find alert sound. This option allows us select custom file, audio file for reproduce when alarm is triggered. So we can choose some audio file that we wanted, and we can change for the main configuration that have the software. So we can record a voice, we can record a specific sound and reproduce it when alarm is triggered. Storage path setting. This option is for set our HDD to save the video from the camera. HDD means our main HDD in our PC. And data and backup restore is for makes a backup and restore the configuration of the system. Inside the record storage path setting, if we get in, we can set our hard drive like for record the video. In this case, we can select the hard drive that we want to save this video, set the priority in case we have more devices connected, like more MBR, and we want to save the video in our PC first. So in this case, if we want to save the video first in our computer and then in the MBR, we can set the priority in highest. Here we will set the capacity in megabyte that will be able to save the video in our PC, for example, and check this option for make circle the recording. So when the space is full, the software will delete it, the older video, and continues recording. And finally, we add the option. Now we will pass to user management. In user management, we will define the user that can log in and operate our service. Here in this button, we can add a user, set a username, password, and confirm the password. Right now, I have a user for test, and you can here modify the password and the username, delete it, and in this button, we will give the right for this user. Clicking in the checkbox, we will allow in what channel this user can preview, playback, export the video, an external device like a USB device, audio out in case want to speak for a microphone, and the PTC options. In case we have a map or TV wall, we can define the permission too. Now we will see the device management. Here we can manage all devices like add and delete them. Here we have the protocol that support our system: ZKTeco, OnBeef, ZKTeco P, and Cloud. This means ZKTeco is our private protocol, OnBeef is the international and public protocol, ZKTeco P is a private PTC protocol, and Cloud is P2P based on PC. It's similar to a mobile app, but in this case is for our PC software. In this option, we will make a search in our network, and the software we will find all the devices connected to our PC. So we can choose what protocol use for search by selecting or unselecting and make a search. Here we have the option to fast match in case we want to add single devices, or in case we have modified previously the password or the user. Here we have the option to add the password that we wanted. And in this option, we can add batchily all the devices that we have selected before. And here we have a manual for the option for add manually the devices by set the IP, the port, the device name, the user and the password, and the protocol that we want to transmit. Here we can find the option to edit them, the name and the IP, deleted, remote config that this option will jump into the web server of the devices, and delete the channel. Now we will see the decoder. This option is for search and add a decoder in case we want to install a TV wall. We have the similar option, the search button, so the system will scan our network, and in case we have connected one, he will discover it here and we will be able to add to the software. Here we have the group options. In this option, we can group the cameras. You can make a group and select the channels to include it. Then in preview option, you can launch the group and see in real time this specific group. For example, I have a few groups made it, but you can make a newest one. Um, Save, and we can select the camera that we want to make a group. And we already have it. Layout is similar to group, but in this case, we can draw a specific channel in a specific view. Here, select the number of channel from layout and select and drag the camera. For example, I have two layout made before, but we can make a newest one. We can give a number and select the view that we want to see in preview in real time if we want to see each channel, and then select and drag the channel that we wanted. We can make a newest one or save in case we have a previous one. Here in storage, we will see the capacity that left in our HDD here and set the record plan. This means what days and hours Antarbis will save the video in our HDD. Here we can set the days and the time zone for record in our HDD. How many channels we want to save in case we want to save specific channels, not all of them, and set the record plan. And decode group, this option is the same that group, but in this case is for decoder. If we have a decoder in the system, in our system, we can select the channels connected by the decoder and makes groups. Okay, and we can set the time for draw. So the channel will be making in circle. We will show us in circles all the channel connected to the decoder. Now we will pass to preview options. Let's have a look. Here we can preview all the channels connected to our software, the groups, layout, previously defined. Here devices, here we have the group, and here the layout. We can call the preset and the track for PTZ cameras in the right bar here. Also, we have zoom, focus, and iris. This is the speed for the previous controller. set the quantity of channels to preview. We have many options. Take, let me, here, with this option, we take a manual snapshot, view a full screen, open UTC protocol is for makes audio interface, and enter directly to a face query for makes face recognition queries. Here in playback option, we can reproduce the video recorded in the MVR or in our PC in case that we have a recorder in our PC hard drive. We can select the channel that we want to search, the date, and the functions. Here we have a normal recorder, motion detection, alarm, and intelligent. Here by intelligent, we can select what alarm or what event we want to search. In case we have a counting cross line alarm, in this case I don't have set in my MVR, so we have only motion detection here in yellow in the channel 2, and double clicking we can reproduce it, the video recorded in our MVR. These options, maps and maps configuration, is this one is for preview the channels in a map defined by us. This means that here in this option in configuration is we will set and configure a map in 2D, and is where we can set where is installed the camera. We have to import a picture in 2D of our office or company, and we can set in which point exactly is our camera. And in this option, we can preview clicking in this camera specifically. This option is for decoder and TV wall. Decoder the configuration is for set up our TV wall. We can here add a TV wall, set the matrix that we want to use it, set a name, and select the channel here. In case we have connected a decoder and the channel connected to them, we can select the channels to set the TV wall. Here, in this option, we can see the alarm log. We can apply a filter by type of alarm and set the time that we want to make a search. In this case, we only see a motion detection is my actually configuration, but here we can find many filters that we can use in case we have config previously some channels. We can find where have been made an alarm in and make a search by day and time. In this case, it's only motion detection, in what channel have been produced, the alarm type, start time, and end time. And this option is very interesting because in this alarm configuration, we can make a linkage to different events in Antarvis. Clicking in Add Device, we will set a name. For example, in case we have a back door in our office, what alarm we will receive in this area. For example, I want to know when motion detection is detected in this area, in what channel is in this door, for example, channel 1, and what linkage action I want to make. For example, I want to make a capture from different channels in case it's watching these cameras in different angles. I want to call a preset of one a PTC camera that I have connected to. I want to record different channels too, and pop up image in the in our software. So the security guard, in case is watching the camera and he miss this event, the software will be pop up an event, and we can have it in first plane this event, and we can remark, we can make a test, so this security guard or someone else have instruction call list maybe, and here we will have a list all the alarm linkage that we will have, and we can modify or enable or disable in case we don't want for holidays, or we will close our company or office for a few days and we don't want to receive this kind of alarm. We can disable. In log is foresee all the actions of the user have made in Antarvis. We can define what kind of action we wanted to know. Is login, logout, device management, and linkage manage. Set the time and hour. In case we have a problem with the software and we want to find what happened with the software, if someone else log in into our software and modify some options, we can see it here. Now, in this case, is my user is login, the IP of my personal computer, and the time. In case we have different user, we will be able to see it here. It's the same in case we have device management, in case we add a device, delete a device, or we have a corrupt options will be displayed here. What device was added in the IP in the software, in case maybe we have two or three Antarvis installed in different PC in the same network, in case the security guard is watching from his PC, but the director have Antarvis as well in his PC, so we can see the IP address, the user, and the time. And the last two options that we have in our software, sorry, is for manage the intelligent management. This means is for facial recognition option. Here in this option, we can manage the face recognition groups and user. Here we can create groups, what type, in case is black and white. For example, here in my MBR, I have three groups. We can create more, set a name, or what type of group will be blacklist or whitelist. And here we can add a personal by two options, a single one by one, choosing the picture, choosing what face library we wanted, set the name, the ID, or make a description. Maybe is the department for where he works, or we can select a folder in our system where we have many pictures of different uh, employees. Select the library what we wanted, and then we will be able to set the name and the description by one. And here we can monitor in real time the face recognition and search by face or alarm. In preview, we can see in real time the face recognition, where at right will display the recognition here, and down the face capture. We must select the channel that we want to see in real time, what camera support face recognition will be connected. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have some cameras here. This is me in real time, and here we can see the comparison, and here we can see the snapshot. In this option, we can search by a picture. For example, I will load a picture of me and make a search. Here, can click in. I have a picture of me, a selfie, for example. We can set the similarity and the numbers that we want to display it. 100, 10, or unlimited. In this case, the system will make a search in all the system and will be displayed all the matches. Clicking in the picture, we can see a short video of the moment was taken. For example, here we have a person, and we can make a replay of the video where was taken this snapshot. Alarm record is for search the event that have been configured like a alarm with face recognition. In the MBR, a config a snapshot when a member of a whitelist show up. I have set up in the MBR that make an alarm when a member of a whitelist show up in the channels. No, so here we can make a search and all the alarm that the cameras detected. We will have the video of the moment and the comparison. Huh? And we can see the person who was in this moment. Um, And for the last, we have a simple leaf query. Is for search member inside of a group. This is for makes easier modify the personal into the list and delete it or move between groups in case a personal or some employee is not working anymore in our company, or we have to delete it of the list or move it from white to black list. No, we can search in case we have before this person, and this will be displayed in what list is. So we can modify and change the list or delete them. We have many criteria here, and we can search in black list or personal in different lists that you have. In this case, I am not in blacklist, so I won't show up here. Okay, at the moment, this is all our software. So if you have any question, please, you can text here by the chat in GoToMeeting, and I will answer. Please. Anyway, I will leave my email address here in the chat, so you can send me an email in case you have any doubt and I will answer as soon as possible. And I will share with all of you this webinar and more information and documents that I have of our product. I want to show you in this moment all the software, but it's not enough time. So sorry if it's not enough, or I have been so fast, no, in my explanation. Anyone have some question about it? Okay, thank you everyone. Please, I left my email address so you can text me. Okay, bye bye.